after going through World War II, Cold War, a little bit of the 50s, now we're going to talk about Vietnam. Okay? So you can see the target or our essential question. Explain how the United States became involved in the Vietnam War. What did we hope to gain from this conflict? All right? So after today, you know, that's your exit slip. That's your what we'll know that you'll be able to do by after class today. Okay? Any questions about the learning target or learning goal? No? Good, good, good. Excellent. All right. Now, first thing that I want to do is pass out these little pieces of paper. I tried to get different colored paper, but I couldn't find any. I wanted you guys to feel special.
We're already special. We're getting videotaped.
That's right. You are special. I'll tell you. Everybody have a writing utensil?
It feels weird. I don't like it.
Sometimes we have to do things we don't like.
No, I don't like it. I please no.
See that quick.
Okay, so as I said, we are going to, I gave you one, right? Okay, we're going to talk about the Vietnam War today. How we, United States, got involved in this war. Okay, so first 2 minutes. On that little sheet of paper, I want you to write down, okay, anything that comes to mind that you know about the Vietnam War. Words, phrases, places that you already know about the Vietnam War. Okay? So go ahead. Get started.
That's how you spell it?
Yes, that's how you spell it.
We'll spell what?
That.
What if we don't know that?
Okay, that's okay. If you don't think you know of anything, just think, during this 2 minutes, think about Vietnam, what that means when I say it, or what might come through your head, and see if you do happen to know anything. It's okay if you don't. Okay? All right? So even when, Jacob, even when I do say Vietnam War, like you don't even think of a movie, nothing? Okay. All right. You're okay.
Think of a movie.
Okay.
Across the universe.
Guys, you're too loud. Guys. I don't know what you mean.
Like Vietnam, like what you were forced, was like water thing.
Oh, the draft. Okay, thank you.
I did draft.
You guys are writing down stuff that I never would have thought you wrote down. It's great. I don't know what that is. Oh my God. Okay, you don't have anything else you can give me? Is that yours?
Good so far?
Guys, shh.
Yeah. There's a city. There's another city. There's a person.
Yeah.
And there's... Yes. Yeah, I heard. What's the capital? Capital of...
Hey, I can't look at that. I'm not going.
Just tell everyone.
Sorry, Jacob. Okay, so what I want you to do real quick is look at the list that you have and just hold up on your hand. Like, do you have one thing? Do you have 2, 3, 0?
Wait a minute, what?
3. Okay, that's good. So the average in about 2 minutes is about 3. So you guys had gotten about 3 things written down 9. Large side's on the top end. Okay? All right? And so look at your list. Does anything that you wrote have anything to do with our essential question? Could anything that you guys know could already help you answer that?
All my stuff was like how we got in the war.
Okay, you guys are shaking your head no, and by walking around, I saw that some of you should be shaking your head yes. Who wrote down it had something to do with communism? Okay, I got 2. All right, so you're thinking about that. So, guys in the back. All right, so it does have something with communism. We are going to get involved in the Vietnam War because of our fear of communism. Very good. So you do have some background. All right, so real quick, what else did some of the things that we wrote down? Go ahead, raise your hands. Okay, Liz.
That drafting was going on, that was like the lottery.
Okay, very good. So you guys may have heard that our boys, our soldiers were drafted in, and there was a thing called the lottery, how they figured out who was going to go. Okay, good. Larshad?
There were a lot of peace rallies and outbreaks and strikes going on in the U.S.
Okay, the opposite side, that there was conflict in the United States regarding the Vietnam War, that not everybody here supported it wholeheartedly. Very good. Trong, what did you write down?
I think I read a lot.
Yeah?
Ho Chi Minh was the leader of the Vietnam.
Okay, very good. So I had a couple people wrote Ho Chi Minh. We're going to talk a lot about Ho Chi Minh and his role in this war. Lucas? Very good. Guerrilla warfare. How that war was fought. Okay? Justin? Yeah.
I had everything else anyway.
The same thing? Nothing different? Okay. All right, good. You guys did a good job. All right. Oh, wait. Trong, did you have something else you want to say?
Oh, I was going to tell Justin something.
Oh.
Chong has a lot.
I know Trong has a lot. I don't know if you guys know this. Trong has a lot because of his own personal experience. His father, right, fought in the Vietnam War, correct? And let me see if I remember my story right. He was on the South Vietnamese. So and your mom is also Vietnamese too. So her family involved somehow, you know, I mean, uncles, I guess, would be involved in it. So that's what, I'm honestly, I've always liked teaching it. I'm really glad that I have you in class because that'll add something. I'm really glad Justin's in class because when we talk about the history of Vietnam, you have a personal experience with the history of Vietnam too. So that's really good. All right, good job, guys. So that's a way that we can kind of see what we know. All right. One thing that I thought was funny that you guys put down. What do you think the funny thing that I thought was that you put down? It was in Vietnam. I like that. I'm glad you guys know that the war was fought in Vietnam. Good job. So that's why I have the map of the world up here. Okay? So, my geographers, who's going to show me where they think Vietnam is?
Me. I know where it is.
Okay, John, I'll let you come up and show me.
I know where it is too, right?
Well, use a pen and kind of mark it.
Little sliver.
Yeah, you got it. Yes, that little sliver right there. This little country right here in Southeast Asia that we spend a whole time in U.S. history talking about, and it still affects our history. Vietnam War is part of our culture today. And it's just this little country right here. Well, you guys all know this is where we are, right? Think about just by looking at, guys, just by looking at the map. Big United States, little Vietnam. Doesn't seem like we would ever be in a war with them. Right? I mean, if you think about the last question I have up there, what would we, oh, I'm sorry, Chelsea. What would we hope to gain from this war? What might be one of your first guesses? Okay, stop communism, natural resources. Okay, Tron's thinking back to that idea of imperialism, that we might be thinking about this. But this is happening in the 50s and 60s where we're not going to be imperialistic anymore. So it's kind of an odd war. Big United States over in the Western Hemisphere, little Vietnam way over here in the East. What would be the reason for it? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so Vietnam, okay? To understand the Vietnam War, we have to understand its history, okay? Not just United States history. We have to understand the history of Vietnam. So I want you to think way back to World Civ, okay? And keep in mind where Vietnam is, and that it was a French colony. Why did France take over Vietnam? Why did they imperialize? Why were they taking over Vietnam? Why did they and control it for about 100 years? Let's think. You guys know, I'll help you. Think back to all the stuff on imperialism we did in Part A. Should help you answer. Why would France want Vietnam?
I want to say for geographical reasons.
Okay, what do you mean by geographical reasons?
France is like way over in Europe, and then Vietnam's all the way over in Asia. So the way they have access to the eastern parts, I guess.
Okay, you're totally on the right track. You're not hitting it right. Think imperialism, guys. Come on. We know why do countries imperialize, Lucas?
To spread like a bigger.
Yeah, let's not to spread your culture. You're totally right, but let's think about that as the last reason. Okay, military reasons, and I think that's what Larside was trying to bring up. Here's France. It's beneficial to them to have a colony there because
Access to the seaport.
okay, seaports, very good. What else are they getting from Vietnam?
Natural resources.
Yeah, very good. That idea of natural resources. And what's the other reason? After natural resources, I cannot believe you guys, trade, market for finished goods. Why don't you guys remember this? You wrote papers. You wrote excellent papers for the Gates Foundation. Come on. Okay, so it was a French colony. They used it for natural resources. Okay, market for goods. That's all review. You understand that. Now, when France took over Vietnam, tell me what they do. How, when the bigger country, the larger country takes over that smaller, weaker country, what are the things that happens to the smaller, weaker country? Tiffany. Okay, very good. They're going to try to rebel. So in this time, there's going to be a lot of rebellions against French colonial rules. And so those Vietnamese, what do we call them that want Vietnam for the Vietnamese? I know I say it wrong. I say Vietnamese. I'm so sorry. Vietnamese. I know it is. You guys do tally marks and I'll have to owe you candy or something how many times I say it wrong. Done. You can't lie. So anyway, when they do rebel, what do the Vietnamese who are rebelling, what will we call them? What kind of a group are they? The nationalists. They're nationalists. I know you guys had no idea. No. All right, they're nationalists. Okay, so very good. You're going to have rebellion. What does the French colonial government do to the Vietnamese? They make them do what? I know it's a bad question. I'm thinking.
Too far back.
I know. What? Right, abide by their rules. Very good. So the French come in and say, okay, Vietnamese, you have to abide by French rule. No more Vietnamese law. What else do they say? You have to change what? Your culture. No longer can you have your religion. And I'm going to ask you, do you know were they mostly Buddhists? Okay, before the French came in, they would be Buddhist. You no longer can be Buddhist. And guys, if you know anything about France from World Civ, they're mostly what? Catholic. Here's Catholicism. We're going to put Christianity on you. How about language? They speak French. Very good. So they change all parts of their society.